Welcome to the Lee Etzler Show, a weekly wrap-up and analysis of Churubusco High School Football.
Eagles, what is your profession? Out, out, out.
And now your host, Big Daddy Don Hyatt.
Hi, welcome to the Lee Etzler Show. I'm Don Hyatt, here with Coach Etzler. This week we'll talk about Churubusco's 60-0 win over West Noble. We'll have our guests be Teegan Brumbaugh, and we'll talk about the upcoming game with Culver Military Academy. We'll be right back after this.
I lost my job and I needed help with different things like prescriptions and energy assistance and stuff. So I contacted United Way. They was the first ones that I could think of. And I went to the agencies that they gave me a list of and got the assistance that I needed from them. Because I received help from United Way, then I'm volunteering my help out to the community, giving the help that they need.
Hey football fans, do you want to keep track of Churubusco High School football games? Log on to busconews.com every game day and watch up-to-the-minute pregame, halftime, and postgame interviews with head coach Lee Etzler. Stay connected with your computer or on your cell phone. busconews.com. When you can't make it to the game, it's the next best thing to being there.
Welcome back. We're here with Coach Etzler. Coach, right from the start of the game, first play, Petrie, 65-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, we thought we had a chance with that particular play, and probably for at least a day before thought that might be our first play of the game, and really good job protecting up front by the offensive lineman, and Jay made a very nice throw, and Toyce a very nice catch. It's something end up being wide open, but it's difficult when it's wide open to make sure you hit the open receiver, and it's difficult to catch the ball when you're expected to. So those guys did a great job, and it was a good way to start the game. Gets them on their heels right away, and that's kind of what we were hoping.
Then you finished out the scoring in the first quarter with two more touchdown passes. Petrie Nicodemus and Petrie to Logan Harris for 27 yards.
Yeah, Jay came out pretty hot. We had the opportunity to throw the ball a few times and played real well. Threw some nice balls, and Jay's done a good job all year. We've had some issues with drops and things like that, but he's pretty poised back there throwing the ball and pretty accurate. So he's done a nice job all year, but really good job Friday night. So. A great way to start off the game, and proud of him for how he handled that.
Again, you moved on the second quarter with I think Nicodemus had 3 touchdowns in the second quarter. He finished with over 100 yards. Cody Conwell had over 100 yards also for you.
Yeah, another opportunity. Not only those two, but a lot of kids got the opportunity to run the ball and had some success doing it. I think it might have been the first time Cody was over 100 yards on the season, so that was nice. He had 1 or 2 of those last year, but he's a fast kid, and Nicodemus gets a lot of the carries in our offense and gets a lot of yards, and but Cody Conwell's a kid. If he was on the other team, I'd be pretty concerned about. He's dangerous with his feet, so good to see him break out with a 100-yard game.
You totaled 534 total yards during the game, 354 rushing, 180 passing. Solid performance for you. Yeah,
got rolling, and offensive line. Even though we still harp on them for getting better at certain things, the one thing that they do, they play fast and they play hard all the time, and I think that overwhelms some of our opponents when we're really getting after them, we're blocking them hard downfield, we're pretty much nonstop, playing fast and hitting them hard, and another game like that last night. So we'll still find things that we need to improve on, but another good game by them.
We'll be right back to talk with Coach Etzler about the defense right after this.
I lost my job and I needed help with different things like prescriptions and energy assistance and stuff. So I contacted United Way. They was the first ones that I could think of. And I went to the agencies that they gave me a list of and got the assistance that I needed from them. Because I received the help from United Way, then I'm volunteering my help out to the community, giving the help that they need.
Hey football fans, do you want to keep track of Churubusco High School football games? Log on to busconews.com every game day and watch up-to-the-minute pregame, halftime, and postgame interviews with head coach Lee Etzler. Stay connected with your computer or on your cell phone. busconews.com. When you can't make it to the game, it's the next best thing to being there.
Welcome back, Coach. On the defensive side, 4 shutouts in a row. First time in school history we've done that.
Yeah, not really something that we're focused on going into the game. You know, we want to play we want to play good defense, but the shutout is more something that happens than we're gunning for. But it's very nice to get that, and you know, I think maybe 5 shutouts in a season is the school record. So now our schedule dictates that's going to be extremely difficult to do from here on out. But it would be nice if we get another one. So you know, they play hard, they play fast, and I think it's a different speed than what the teams that we've played are used to, and it's taken them out of the game. We want to be physical, we want to get to the football fast, and our kids do a pretty good job of it.
Again, they held West Noble had 12 total yards rushing. I mean, the defense, like you said, there's 7, 8, 11 guys on the ball most plays. Yeah,
they're getting to the football, and that's what we talk about a lot, and playing fast and hitting hard, and you know, it can get demoralizing. You know, when you're not accumulating first downs, it get demoralizing for an offense when you're not accumulating first downs and accumulating points, and you know, really gets to you, I think, and probably did them a little bit Friday night. And then if we're having success on the offensive side of the ball, it puts more pressure on the other team, you know, offensively. So I think all of those things happened Friday night, and pretty decent performance.
A little bit about your defensive end play. You got Teegan Brumbaugh and Joe Zoombroom and a few others there, but I mean, they spent a lot of time in the other team's backfield.
Yeah, and said before, it's probably one of the more difficult positions to play on the football field with all the responsibility that they get, and you know, one game to the next, it might be a completely new set of responsibilities. You know, it's not like the good old days where, you know, people lined up in the I formation and they're going to run ISOs and tosses and, you know, a few counters here and there, and that's what you have to defend. Well, you know, those guys are lined up on receivers, trying to take away some of what they do in the short passing game. You know, they're stemming in and out of different alignments, trying to confuse the opposing quarterback. They need to be physical on some of the run type things. You know, there's situations, well, don't let them outside of you. Well, there's situations, well, you know, don't let them run inside of you. So it's responsibility-wise, very difficult position to play, and we feel we got 2 good ones right there, and Joe and Teegan.
And your linebacking crew, they've been playing phenomenal all year long also.
Yeah, we you know, very important part of our defense. If we, you know, we've had years where you know, we might have lost a group of linebackers and didn't know who was going to replace them, and you know, we're pretty comfortable, at least with Jason back this year. You know, we feel he's as good as anybody we've had at the linebacker position. You know, not only physically but mentally as well, leadership-wise as well. Watches as much film as anybody we have. Recognizes the opposing team's formations and is directing checks and strength calls and calling the defense in the huddle and things like that. So all things very valuable to what we do, and of course, very physical football player. And you know, you get hit by him a few times, well, you're going to second guess whether or not you want to carry the ball again. And So we like football players like that. And Braden Shively's done a great job for us this year, kind of a surprise going into the year. We didn't know, with losing Josh Lefevre the year before, Josh was a very good inside linebacker. So didn't know who was going to fill in that role. Braden's the guy that has done it for the most part, and he's got the ability. He's got the physical ability. He can run. He can get to the football. He can hit pretty hard. And there's situations where we play him on the line of scrimmage, and he's made plays on the line of scrimmage. Plays with a pretty good speed. So. Those two guys along, Cody Conwell will get in there sometimes. Chandler Brown is one of the best readers we have. A lot of times we'll read what the opposing guard does, but also have to see what the fullback does. Well, Chandler does a very good job of that, and can get to the football pretty quickly because he runs pretty well, but also because he reads those things so well.
Coach, we're going to have Teegan Brumbaugh on here next. A little bit about his play and what it's like to coach him.
He's, second year starting for us. Was probably a surprise last year as a sophomore. Had a lot of success, and so we kind of knew what we were getting coming to this year. Of course, he's gotten better athletically, gotten bigger, gotten stronger, gotten faster. So we thought we might see some better things out of him. But kind of like Joe, he's physical enough to do the things that we need him to do, to be physical, athletic enough to cover the receivers on the edge, and plays with a pretty good base. It's hard to get outside of him on sweep type plays. Just hard to run around him because his feet are so good. So. Has done a great job did a great job for us last year and is continuing to do that this year.
We'll be right back after this with Teegan Brumbaugh.
I lost my job and I needed help with different things like prescriptions and energy assistance and stuff. So I contacted United Way. They was the first ones that I could think of. And I went to the agencies that they gave me a list of and got the assistance that I needed from them. Because I received the help from United Way, then I'm volunteering my help out to the community, giving the help that they need.
Hey football fans, do you want to keep track of Churubusco High School football games? Log on to busconews.com every game day and watch up-to-the-minute pregame, halftime, and postgame interviews with head coach Lee Etzler. Stay connected with your computer or on your cell phone. busconews.com. When you can't make it to the game, it's the next best thing to being there.
Welcome back. We're here with junior outside linebacker Teegan Brumbaugh. Teegan, a little bit about this season. 6-0, good start to the season.
Yeah, it's been, same as all the past years. It's just like easy few games, but you got to take them serious and you got to get better every week. And then you finally get to the good games and games that mattered in the postseason.
With your position at outside linebacker, between you and Zumbrum, you guys spend a lot of time back there in the backfield. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Depends on week to week. If Doc will let us go back there, if you got to stay home, which is on the line of scrimmage, or if you can go get the quarterback, which normally I play strong and then Joe plays weak, which we can play both ways, but it's pretty fun.
You're a 2-year starter on defense, outside linebacker. What gave you that opportunity through the weight room?
Probably a little combination of all around and just practicing hard and just being the best that you can be.
As you was growing up, coming up through school, who was the player you looked up to in high school as a Busco Eagle?
I don't know. There's a lot of Mathewson when you were in middle school, looking at him and seeing how good he was, and then once you get into high school and actually get involved, pretty much every senior works hard and dedication. You look up to all of them.
Is that what makes you work better as a player to get up to their level?
Yeah, now you have Nicodemus, which you look up to him because he's big and strong, and then you look up to be better than what you are now.
A little bit about Coach Etzler. What's it like playing for him?
It's fun. You joke around, but then you have your serious times, and you know when it needs to be done, then you get that done. And if that's what he wants, then that's what you do.
A little bit about Coach Doc on defense. How's that work for you?
Oh, it's good. It's fun. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, he'll let you know, and if you are, then he'll let you know too.
Yeah, you guys are just coming off. You just got your 4th shutout in a row now. It's a new school record. We never had 4 in a row. School record's 5 in a season. You guys are right on the verge of that. A little bit about what do you think your defense can do the rest of the year?
Culver's pretty tough. Everyone's got to do their keys and get better to get to the 5-0 mark for the shutouts. But I don't know. It's pretty special, but not when, I don't know, pretty good.
Also, with that, with the shutouts, your defense is you're averaging giving up a little over 3 points a game. That's phenomenal for a school in this area.
It's pretty good, working hard and everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, getting better.
I'd like to thank Teegan for stopping by and talking with us today. We wish him well for the rest of the season, and we'll be right back to talk with Coach Etzler about CMA.
I'm Teegan Brumbaugh, and you're watching the Lee Etzler Show.
I lost my job and I needed help with different things like prescriptions and energy assistance and stuff. So I contacted United Way. They was the first ones that I could think of. And I went to the agencies that they gave me a list of and got the assistance that I needed from them. Because I received the help from United Way, then I'm volunteering my help out to the community, giving the help that they need.
Hey football fans, do you want to keep track of Churubusco High School football games? Log on to busconews.com every game day and watch up-to-the-minute pregame, halftime, and postgame interviews with head coach Lee Etzler. Stay connected with your computer or on your cell phone. busconews.com. When you can't make it to the game, it's the next best thing to being there.
I'd like to thank Teegan for stopping by and talking with us, and I wish him well for the rest of the season. Coach, a little bit about CMA.
Without a doubt, it doesn't take you very long popping in the first film to notice a much different type of football team than what we played the first 6 weeks. Very athletic. Not sure we'll see anybody with as many athletes as what they have. Have some size up front on both sides of the line, and they're coached extremely well. This will be our 3rd year playing them. We think this is the best Culver team that we've seen in that time. So, got our work cut out for us.
Like I said, last 2 years, first year you beat them 24-21. Last year was 18-14. Close games on both of those. And a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're fortunate to pull those games out, and last year got them on 3 big plays, which helped quite a bit. A long pass, and then had a run by Nicodemus, and a long run by Lefevre, and that was the difference in the football game. So pretty fortunate with that. But the concern going into the game, they play a very tough schedule. I think their strength of schedule is ranked 40th in the state, and ours is around 300. So we play, up to this point, a different type of opponent. So in looking down the results of their games, they've had close games, I think, in all 6, or relatively close games in all 6, and ours haven't been that. So how are our kids going to respond? We feel the game's going to be close regardless of what happens Friday night, and how are our kids going to respond when it gets down to the second half? They haven't played in a meaningful second half yet this year. Their kids have been used to that, and our kids aren't, so that's a concern. They have size up front. They have, the one thing they do have a good handful of kids that play on both sides of the ball. The good thing about that is hopefully that might give us a little bit of advantage in the second half. The bad thing about that is, on offense, they're pretty good athletes. Well, they don't become any less athletic on the defensive side of the ball. we're going to have to play extremely hard, and not having to play a meaningful second half in the first 6 weeks, it's a completely different mindset. So interested in how that's going to go, but also at the same time pretty nervous about how it's going to go.
I'd like to thank Coach Etzler for stopping by and talking with us each and every week. And don't forget the start time is 7:30 this week at Culver. I'm Don Hyatt, and we'll see you next week.